read a book about the flower. So this book is written by Makoto Azuma. He's a very unique flower artist, and then also he's a father of one of Hannah's best friends. Okay, let's start reading. Many different flowers are growing in this world. More than one can count. Red ones, yellow ones, orange and greens. Purple, pink, blue and white ones. Small flowers and tall flowers. Big round ones and slim ones. People in all kinds of places, all around the world, are living with flowers. In the deep forest, everything looks just green, but if you look carefully, you will find many different shades of green. There are also flowers that bloom while pulling themselves up as much as they can. From the forest, with all its different flowers, one can hear a great chorus of flowers singing. Their birthplace varies as well. Colorful flowers grow on tropical islands. Delicate flowers grow in northern countries. Pretty flowers grow in the field just there. They all bloom earnestly, each at its own place. Flowers have a strange kind of clock inside. The seasons let flowers know when it's time for them to bloom. A bird has come. It's hummingbird. As the flower cannot fly, the hummingbirds promise to carry those precious tiny things it holds. So your flowers can grow at places far from here. Splash! A drop falls down from the big leaf of water lily. Miraculously, they grow and bloom right out of the mud. Bees are buzzing in an open field. The bees sip sweet nectar from the flowers as well. And in return, they help the flowers make their seeds. The flowers, the leaves, the trees and the insects, they all cannot live by themselves. They all depend on each other's help. Inside the flowers' bodies, water is circulating. In the cold, dark soil, the flowers stretch out their roots in all directions to absorb lots of water and nutrition. The roots are very important, so the flowers are hiding them where no one can see them. In wiggles and crawls, there must be lots of small creatures creeping around down in the ground. These small creatures are microbes. They are cleaning up the soil. Once the soil is clean, pretty flowers can bloom on it. When the sun goes down, the flowers and leaves have received enough sunlight and go to bed as well. In the night, some flowers bloom quietly in the light of the moon. It's a silent and beautiful starry night. In a colorful poppy field, what color the poppy will have remains secret until it blossoms. The world of flowers is full of mystery. This is a lily. Beautiful things attracts all kinds of other things. The flowers of the lily, the stamen are holding tiny little grains of life. These are pollen. The pollen stick to the pistil in the middle and eventually become seeds. The energy that creates life is a very mysterious thing. There are various ways for the pollen to get to the pistil. Carried away by the wind, on the bodies of the insects, butterflies, or birds, or carried away by the water of rivers and rain. The flower seeds grow up safely inside their mother's wombs. It has begun to rain, the sounds of raindrops hitting the ground. The rain is getting harder and harder. Oh no, a flower has snapped under the pressure of the rain, but the flowers cannot run away or cry for help. All they can do is stand still and brave the lasting rain. In a stormy night in the forest, wind and rain are raging even harder, and the trees make howling sounds. The storm sweeps various things away, and it seems as if all colors of the world had been blown out. But still the flowers stand there bravely, burying their roots in the soil, holding on with all their might. They will not bow to the rain or be swept away by the wind. Sooner or later, it will stop raining. Flashing lightning and roaring thunder, their shapes look exactly like the shape of the roots that are spreading down in the soil. When it rains heavily, the earth absorbs a lot of water. The flowers take the opportunity and drink lots of water to store up power with all of their bodies. A storm washes all things away to nurture the new life. On the quiet morning after the storm, even the heaviest storm and the hardest pain will not stop them from growing and blossoming beautifully once again. When the dazzling summer is over, the flowers' petals flutter down one by one. Flowers cannot live forever. When the time comes, they get ready for the next life. When the hard shells break, seeds of various shapes and colors come out. Some seeds ride on the wind that carries them far away. Even in your own garden, you might suddenly find a flower that you have never seen before. At last, the seeds come dancing into the forest, full of trees and grasses, while the warm light of the sun falling from the distance. So she's decided to show their flowers right here. One of them has just begun to sprout. Little by little, the new sprout takes root in the soil, while growing up towards the sky. The fading flowers has passed the baton on to the next one. This is the beginning of a new life. The stems pull themselves up as much as they can, and the leaves begin to grow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each flower has its own place, where it grows at its own pace. Flowers just take root in the soil and grow. The remains of faded flowers, leaves, and trees transform into soil and look forward to the new life. Every single life is therefore the life of something else. The flowers blossoms, and beautifully today, tomorrow, and evermore. This is the end of the story.
Did you like した。